Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. We begin tonight with cricket. Goodman Warriors triumphs over Mellius Challengers in the third place playoff match as the Grosley 2017 domestic cricket tournament nears its completion. On Tuesday, March 13th, under the floodlights at the Grosley playing field in a match reduced to 32 overs aside, Goodman Warriors batting first, led by a well-composed century from former Windward Islands under 17 batsman Chas Sipal, made a respectful 252 for 8 in their allocated overs. Sipal, who opened the batting, carried his batter through, stroking a delightful 108 not out, which included 11 fours and 5 sixes. Another former Windward Islands under 17 player, Stephen Gabriel, he chipped in with an aggressive knock of 52 in just 27 balls and included 2 fours and 6 sixes. Wow. Denzel Albert with a 10 was the only other batsman to reach double figures. The wicket takers for Mellius Challengers were Royce Paul with 2 for 29 in 5 overs, Kyle Adonis 2 for 42 in 5 overs, and 1 wicket each for Caleb Thomas, Janai Thomas and Rennie Montoute. Now, in response, after Captain Mellius went via the run-out route early on, well, the Mellius Challengers were never really in the race, as they were dismissed in their final all-rated over for 210. Ifran Charles led the scoring with 41, Rennie Montoute to 26, Jamal McPhee 24, Dominic Ugis 21, Kyle Adonis and Caleb Thomas with 17 each, Brian Goodman with 15 and Kimani Mellius 14. The wicket takers for Goodman Warriors were Denzel Albert with 2 for 2 in 5 balls, Ryan Joseph 2 for 18 in 2 overs, David Millen 2 for 36 in 5 overs and 1 wicket each for Varun Priville, Jaden Elibox and Stephen Gabriel. The result? Goodman Warriors, they defeated Mellius Challengers by 42 runs. Well, the tournament's grand final bowls off later today. Well, it's probably on right now, and it continues through Thursday, March 15th from 5 p.m. each day. The game will be 50 overs aside. Well, a full slate of matches is expected this coming weekend as the St. Lucia National Cricket Association stages matches in the Under-19 Cup and the Division 1 two-day competition. Matches scheduled in the Sanders Under-19 Cup on March 17th. They take on South Castries at the Minder Phillip Park, while Grosley, they take on Babonneau at the Grosley playing field. On March 18th, Monrepo, they take on Soufrière at the Dennery, and Mabia Valley take on Choiseul at PI. Now in the Division 1 two-day competition, Mabia Valley, they take on Babonneau at the Mabia Valley. Grosley take on Central Castries at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. Soufrière play Mico at Lafargue. Choiseul, they play Vieux-Fort North at the Philip Master Grounds. Monrepo, they play Vieux-Fort South at Monrepo. All the matches, they bowl off at 10 a.m. Well, the Honorable Stevenson King constituency football competition continued at the Leclerc playing field with active strikers. They took on Hustlers United on Tuesday, 13th March. The match, which was keenly contested, ended with a scoreline of 6-3 and was won by Hustlers United. Jonathan Allen scored a hat-trick for Hustlers, while there was a brace for Fred Noel. Yannick Howell also got on the score sheet for Hustlers. The goal scorers for active strikers were A.C. Adler with a brace and Michel Pierre Gastini with a beautifully taken free kick. Well, the next match will be LA All-Stars. They take on Radix United on the Thursday as the 15th of March 2018. That match starts at 5:15 p.m. Well, the semi-finals of the 2018 Inter-Schools Track and Field Championships was held earlier today. Schools from all over the island were in competition at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds in search of a spot in the final of the annual event. The final of the event will take place on Friday, March 16th, also at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. On Friday, there will be a short opening ceremony from 9:30 a.m. to commence the proceedings of the day. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, St. Lucia swimmers join the Commonwealth team. Welcome back. The 2018 Commonwealth Games will be held at Gold Coast City in the southeast of the Australian state of Queensland from the 4th to the 15th of April 2018. This will be the 5th time that Australia will be hosting the Games. The others being in 1938 Sydney, 1962 Perth, 1982 Brisbane and 2006 Melbourne. Joining the St. Lucian squad of athletes in the various sports will be the St. Lucia Amateur Swimming Association swimmers as Katie Kyle and Jean-Luc Jeffrey. Now, both swimmers are currently training at the Plymouth College in the UK. Katie is expected to compete in the 100-meter butterfly on a Thursday, that's April 5th, and the 50-meter butterfly on Saturday 7th April, and Jean-Luc in the 100-meter freestyle on Saturday 7th April, and the 50-meter freestyle on Monday 9th April. Head coach David Pittigan of the Shack Swim Club will be their coach at one of the greatest sporting events in this century. St. Lucia Amateur Swimming Association, they joined the St. Lucia Olympic Committee in congratulating all the qualifiers who will be competing. Well, in cricket, Windies women suffered a nail-biting 8-run loss to New Zealand White Ferns in the first T20 International at the Bay Oval. The defending World T20 champions won the toss and elected to bowl first. The White Ferns posted 167 for 6 from their 20 overs. Captain Susie Bates, 49, and Katie Martin, 54, led the batting for New Zealand. DeAndre Doughton had the best bowling figures of 2 for 23, while Haley Matthews had 1 for 27. In response, Windies women reached 159 for 6 in 20 overs. Informed captain Stephanie Taylor was left undefeated on 51, while Haley Matthews made 53. Lee Kasperick took 3 for 45 from her 4 overs, while Sophie Devon had 2 for 27 from her 4 overs. Katie Martin was the player of the match. Well, world number 2 Caroline Wozniacki was beaten by Russia's Daria Kasatkina in the 4th round at Indian Wells. The Dane, who could have reclaimed the top ranking by winning the tournament, was beaten 6-4, 7-5 by the Russian. Meanwhile, Romania's Simona Halep, who moved into the quarterfinals with a 7-5, 6-1 victory over China's Wang Qing, will retain the number 1 rankings. She will face Germany's Angelique Kerber in the quarterfinals, following Kerber's 6-1, 6-1 win over France's Caroline Garcia. Venus Williams, she also progressed to the next round with a 7-6, 6-4 win over Latvia's Anastasia Sevastova. Well, finally, Manchester United were knocked out of the Champions League at the last 16 stage after an awful performance ended in a 2-1 home defeat by Sevilla.
Sarabia, Ben Yedder in here, there's the goal!
Ben Yedder, take your time, open his body up, untouched, bang! Back of the net, United are under pressure, they need a response.
Correa, free header, Ben Yedder again!
How many red shirts are in there? There's 3 black shirts, there's 1 too class, but even he can't keep it out.
Banega to take it in, and the header.
Pogba gets away from Pogba over Eric.
Juan Mata to play it in, and there's Lukaku!
Who gets across him, but he does enough long later.
Rashford towards the near post, flicked on by, well.
Snuffy goal, flick on by Matic.
United need 2 more. Sanchez, and then Rashford with Smalling.
A substitute with Sam Ben Yedder was the match winner for the Spanish side, scoring twice against the Red Devils. So sad. In the other matchup, Roma defeated Shakhtar Donetsk 1-0 to progress to the quarterfinal. Well, tomorrow night we will feature the highlights from Barca at Chelsea. Chelsea. Sports, the DBS News continues after the break.